Hallo, wir sind Blue, ihr seid bei InTouch.
Sie sind wieder da. Die Jungs von Blue melden sich nach ihrer Auszeit mit neuem Album zurück und steuern mit ihrer Single Hurt Lovers auch gleich den Titelsong für die Schweighöfer-Komödie Der Schlussmacher bei. Im Interview verraten uns Duncan, Lee, Simon und Anthony, ob auch sie schon mal so richtig übel abserviert wurden, sprechen über Groupies, Matthias Schweighöfer und ihre Liebe zu Berlin.
No, not at all. I think for us as a band, you know, we were working really hard. Pretty much every day we were flying to a different country, and it just took its toll, and we just wanted a break because we banged out 3 studio albums consistently, and didn't it? It just got to
it takes its toll.
It took its toll. No break. We were like one of the most hard-working bands, and we were international, so we were always in a different country. Just hard, wasn't it? And we just were like, we need a break. So we was meant to be like a month off, and then we took a couple of months off, and then we wanted a year off, and then 10 years later almost.
No, I don't think we expect anything. You know, we realised that we've come back after a long time, as you say, and we've worked really hard to get where we are. I think the film helped. Schlussmacher. I think that was an amazing thing for us to be involved in. But we've still got a long way to go. You know, just because the album's doing well now, we still believe we've got a long way to go. We haven't done any tours yet in Germany. We're planning on doing a tour, but we want to start small. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves thinking that we can go straight into doing arena tours, because that's not the case. And even if I think we'd like to start small. We want to start small and build again.
Start rebuilding that relationship with our fans again, reconnection.
And we are a live band. We sing live. People know us for singing live, and you know, we're looking forward to getting out and taking the different steps into the progression of our career. But it's, you know, we're already thinking about how many albums we've got coming up, and you know, this album's exciting. We think it's our best yet, but we've still got much more to come.
We haven't really celebrated yet.
We went to the premiere, didn't we? So I suppose that was a celebration. We went to the premiere of Schlussmacher. Matthias Schweighöfer invited us. He's become a friend of the band, and he speaks to Lee all the time because Lee writes scripts and stuff. And you know, you never know. Yeah, really good friends with Lee. So yeah, I mean, that's how we really celebrated, by coming back to Germany to work. I've never dumped. Well, I have.
You have. Well, but that was a prank now, wasn't it?
Yeah, when I was younger, yeah.
Yeah, it was a prank, but...
I've only ever dumped one person, and that was a really hard thing. Who
was that?
And yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I took her up to this park, and I remember doing it under a tree, sitting down, finding a nice area, and I didn't know how to do it, and I just sat down and said, look, I think we need to have a break, and she just burst into tears, and I was just like, oh God. And I didn't know what to do. I felt so bad, and we just talked for about 2 hours. I just remember, and then I started crying. She was crying, and we both talked for 2 hours, and that was like the hardest thing. But it's the only time I've ever dumped anyone.
I'd rather be dumped. I'd rather someone dump me. It's easier, much easier. At least you can just get over it then.
Okay.
I think no one likes to be dumped, do you know what I mean? It's like the end of anything is always not nice. The end of any relationship or whatever.
An era.
There is no nice way of finishing something where 2 parties aren't in agreement. When one person wants to keep it going, then that's when it becomes hard. But if you're both at that point in your relationship where you both can see that you can't take it any further, then I suppose that's when it's amicable.
They've probably grown up a bit.
Yeah,
like
familiar faces, bringing their kids along to say, you know, the other day we landed, not just back in the UK, and one of our fans that has probably been following us since she was about 12.
Dawn.
has got her own little girl now and is like a spitting image of her, and it's like, oh my god, absolutely beautiful, wasn't she?
Yeah, so
Really
cute.
cute.
You know, and just seeing our fans growing up, having their own families, and she was like, yeah, she's here, she's going to take over me soon, and it was just nice to hear, you know, that they've still got that much love for us, and we've got as much love
Do you know
for them.
what will be mental when she is like 12 years old,
Yeah.
and we'll be like, we
Where
remember
we,
seeing
man?
your mum. Like,
Where would we be? Like,
yeah, like the Rolling Stones, hopefully, still going.
That's only 10 years away.
Well, Ant's always on time,
Yeah.
apart from today.
today.
We called him Rolex. You know, like the watch Rolex.
It's always very punctual.
He's very punctual. Simon's Mr. Cool.
I don't say much.
Yeah.
I'm an observer.
Si's very laid back. Lee's the joker of the band. He likes to take the piss out of everybody.
Out of himself.
What's that word, Paul, you said today about Lee?
Highly intelligent.
That German word that isn't translated in English.
Schadenfreude.
Huh?
No, that makes me sound like a bad...
Schadenfreude.
No, that makes me sound bad. Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
I think I'm silly. I'm very silly. I don't take myself too seriously. I don't want to take myself too seriously. Because if I take myself too seriously, then other people won't take me seriously.
Have we changed? We've got older. We've all become dads, and I think this album signifies what we've been through over the past sort of 10 years as a group and as individuals. And I think the best way to put it down is by writing songs and putting it down on paper and be able to sing it.
I just really like Berlin as a city. I think it's really cool. I think the people are really cool. I think it's got a really nice vibe to it. I think because Berlin's gone through so much change and so much history as a city, I think that the people that live there they just got a really good attitude, and I really like that. And I think with Berlin especially, there isn't so many rules in the sense it's whatever makes you happy, you can do what you want, anything goes. And you know, you can wake up in the morning, you can just put odd clothes on, hair, out of the door you go, and people don't care. In London especially, it's very different. You know, it's people in England especially, it's they say the English, it's a lot more stiff upper lip, it's all quite more conservative. Berlin is very liberal.
Keep working hard.
Yeah.
Keep healthy.
Yeah.
And you know, if this album does well, then we hopefully do a tour.
Yeah.
Good luck to it.
Yeah.